Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Knicks Daily here. Today we're going to be reacting to the Knicks 111 to 105 victory over the Charlotte Hornets tonight without all 5 starters. No Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, and Cat. I didn't know exactly what to expect in this game. I would have been happy if we had just kept it competitive and our guys played hard, but they end up picking up a win over the Hornets who played their starters. I mean, this game was just absolutely bonkers. Both sides of the ball were great. There was a lot of stretches, a lot of runs by both sides in this team, but the Knicks came out on top, and they went with their third string in the second half. They went with their third string down the stretch of this game and still were able to pick it up. I mean, this is the deepest Knicks team I think we've had in a very long time. We know the starting five is the best in the league, but I'm talking about we've got 10 to 12 guys that can contribute. I mean, if we can just stay healthy, I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat us, but obviously we're not getting too far ahead of ourselves. It is the preseason. There's a lot of work to do, but I've been super impressed so far, guys. 4-0 in the preseason, beating an NBA team without all 5 starters. I mean, wow, just absolutely wow. Preseason is the first guy we've got to mention. 20 points and 16 rebounds, logs 35 minutes, 3 assists. This doesn't show defensive stats, but he was all over the place. Did it on both sides tonight. Of course, is leading our team in minutes in the preseason, 8 of 15. He took 3 threes, made 2 of them. The one he missed went in and out. I mean, Achua, guys, shot 27% from 3 last season. He's just been crushing it in the preseason so far. Jericho Sims played 20 minutes and had 10 rebounds. 7 points. He looked great. We ended up going to Ariel Hukporti more towards the second half, and he played well. 22 minutes, 8 points. Ends up, of course, going out there and getting 5 boards and an assist. I thought he looked physical. He had a couple of posterizing dunks. I mean, Hukporti, legitimately, guys, is going to be a very good option for us until Mitchell Robinson comes back. I think he can legit give us some minutes. I'm excited about him. He was the last pick of the second round. He looks like he can contribute right now on a championship team. Just absolutely big time. And then in terms of Landry Shamet, he did get hurt in this game trying to go for a steal. He was 3 of 10. Just very rocky shooting for Shamet. I know a lot of us have been hoping he can be the new Dante DiVincenzo. It's way too early to determine that, but not a great preseason so far for Shamet. The one thing going in his favor is that he's been taking good shots. He's eventually going to make them. We know he's a very good shooter, so hopefully he can get back on track. Miles McBride, 4 for 11 from 3, 18 points, played great defense all night, 5 assists, 35 minutes. I mean, Deuce looks in mid-season form. His shot wasn't exactly on outside of the three-point line, but that's what McBride's there to do. Knock down open threes, play good defense, of course, score the basketball. Cam Payne, one of the biggest storylines of this game. His statistics from a shooting perspective don't really show what he did tonight because he was 6 of 18. If you just look at that, you might be like, it's an okay game, but Payne was all over the place on defense. 16 points, 8 assists, was forcing illegal screens, was forcing offensive fouls, diving for loose balls. I mean, Cam Payne right now, guys, as much as I love Tyler Kolek, and we're going to get into him in a second here, Payne has to be the backup point behind Jalen Brunson. And it's not a knock against Kolek, right? I'm not saying, oh, Cam Payne's way better or anything like that. It's just he's a veteran. He's making winning plays, and he just seems like a coach type of guy. So I do think that Payne has solidified that role after tonight. And that's not to say that Kolek played bad, because kind of Kolek had an incredible stat line tonight. 24 minutes, he had 7 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. It's just, the shot was off tonight, but I guess it's just more so Cam Payne, that playoff veteran experience took over tonight. And we're going to need that. We absolutely are going to need that, because without Payne, we certainly don't win this game. I mean, he just made so many good plays, man. I've been impressed the entire preseason with Payne. And then, talking about the bench, I don't really want to get too much into the bench because I want to save that for my next video. You guys know I like to talk about the starters for a video and the bench for a video. We'll get a little bit into it, and I'll save some for the next video. But in terms of TJ Warren, 3 of 5 from the field, 19 minutes. We finally got to see him get legitimate run, and he had 11 points, 7 boards, 2 assists. What was the last time we saw TJ Warren? I think he played in 2 minutes and had 4 points. So you guys can tell he can get hot in a hurry. I do think he should make the roster. The question is, can we afford him, right? Can we afford to keep both Cam Payne, Landry Shamet, and TJ Warren on the roster? I don't think we can. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. If we can, then I think we have the deepest bench in basketball, because first of all, our backups just beat the Hornets starters, and we went with our third string towards the end of the game. And it is the Hornets. They're not going to be amazing this year, but the only 2 losses the Hornets have suffered in the preseason was against the Knicks. So maybe that says something. I mean, they've got Brandon Miller, they've got LaMelo Ball and Nick Richards. It's not the best team by any means, but again, guys, it's an NBA starting lineup, and our bench looked better than them, and our third string even at times looked better than their starters. So yeah, I was impressed with Warren. Moses Brown, It's funny how he's listed here. He was waived, so he's going to be heading to Wedchester or with another team. Hook Porty, we talked about him. Tyler Kolek, shot was off tonight, but I mean, just the way he play makes is special. I just have concerns about his defense. I think defensively tonight he was tested, and it's not like he gave up a bunch of buckets, but guys are just coming after him and trying to make him work on that side of the ball. I do think Kolek just is going to continue to develop. We know as a passer and even a catch and shoot three-point shooter, he's going to be ready to go immediately, but I just think we should ease him in and let him play behind Brunson and Payne, because I mean that doesn't get better than that in terms of a leadership, a winning perspective. Those are the guys you want. And Tibbs, yeah, it's just going to take some time, and I'm not trying to rush too much into it. We're going to get more into the young guys in my next video, but you've got to be impressed, right? I mean, there's no way I'm going to sit up here and be like I wasn't impressed. Tyler Kolek going up against the Charlotte Hornets tonight, he played 24 minutes. He was expected to come in there and contribute, and he did exactly that. The pick and roll, making the right reads, pushing the tempo, getting it down court. I mean, Tyler Kolek is going to be a special player. I think without question, he's the young guy on the team that we drafted, even over Dadiet, who was our first-round pick. I'm looking the most forward to him. And Become Dadiet, man, saving the best for last. 6 of 11, 16 points. He came in the second corner and caught on fire. Without Dadiet, we definitely don't win this game, just because he came in and the Hornets were off to a very hot start, and Dadiet just matched that and was able to keep the game close, and eventually we pulled away. But Dadiet, the dunks, the catch and shoot threes, he hit a 3 and was fouled, so he converted the free throw. He got 5 rebounds. This was our first look at him since the summer league, and I was impressed with him because, I mean, guys, he's only 19 years old. He just turned, I want to say 19, like recently this year, and he showed that he's got a bag on him. He just has to continue to develop. He's got the length already, and those are the most fun players in the NBA, though. 6'7", 6'8" wings with length, you know, the 7-foot wingspans that can put the ball on the deck, shoot, dribble. I'm not gonna say he reminds me of Paul George, like that's kind of a stretch right now, but I mean, if he can become Paul George or like prime, you know, PG-13, that would be absolutely just music to my ears. The Knicks shot 36% from 3, 43% from the field. Efficiency wasn't great. Why did we win this game though? Because we had 59 rebounds. The Hornets had 46. In terms of turnovers, I can't check that right now. I'm on my phone. Computer is way better, but I mean, assist-wise, we had 28. The Hornets had 22. We just did basically everything better than the Hornets. We shot better than them. They didn't shoot the ball well. It's weird because they got up to a hot start, man. They were, what, hit 4 of their first 6 threes, but they ended up getting cold. And it was just a big-time win for the Knicks to go in 4-0 in the preseason. I'm ecstatic, man. I mean, the only negative thing from tonight was that Landry Shamet got hurt. If Shamet didn't get hurt, I don't even think I'd have a single complaint. Yeah, the efficiency wasn't great. Cole at 2 of 9. Shaman himself 3 of 10, McBride 7 of 19, Campaign 6 of 18. But if you can win games without your shot falling, it means you're playing defense, you're competing, you're making plays, you're sticking with it, you're being resilient. I mean, Coach Thibodeau, I'm starting to just absolutely just punch the air because I was so wrong about this guy. I did not think Tibbs would be able to get us to this level. I mean, yeah, sure, we lost in the 7 games in the second round, but I think if we can stay healthy, we're winning it all. I think Tibbs is the guy. And he got extended too for a reason, but man, I mean, huge win, guys. I think this is our biggest win of the preseason. I think this is legitimately our biggest win of the preseason, just given the circumstances. No, all 5 starters out, and we find a way to win while not being able to shoot the ball well. I mean, guys, imagine once we have everyone out there and it's just all in. I mean, we might win 65 games this year, bro, legitimately. But Knicks Daily, guys, smash the like button, share it with your buddies, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.